always amazed by that chord. Good afternoon and welcome to Muskegon Rotary. My name is Tim Arter, and I have the pleasure of serving as your president this year. Today's program will feature a presentation on summer fun festivals in Muskegon County. We will induct a new member today, and there's a high possibility that District Governor Brianna Scott will be there. There she is. Will be joining us, and so we look forward to a few comments from her. And we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a reflection from Nancy. Okay. Yeah. Things are always in a flux up here. And we will recite the four-way test at the end of the meeting. At this time, let's please do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you very much. You can return to your seats and... Oh, we got the reflection. Well, you see how that one messed me up. Only one more there, Jason.
I forgive him. Yeah. Well, as all of you know, this is Juneteenth. And if any of you were involved, I'm short, I forget. If any of you were involved in the Access Health event that was held this past week, the discussion was about violence in our community. And that made me think of Martin Luther King. And that made me think of Juneteenth. And so I have had this particular little placard on my desk for many, 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 many years. And it speaks to violence. And I look around in our community, we have violence. I look around in our country, we have violence. I look around the world, and we have violence. And I say to myself, when does it end? So I share with you words from Martin Luther King. Violence is immoral because it thrives on hatred rather than love. Violence is impractical because it is a descending spiral and ending in destruction for all. It is immoral because it seeks to humiliate the opponent rather than win his understanding. It seeks to annihilate rather than convert. Violence ends up defeating itself. It creates bitterness in the survivors and brutality in the destroyers.
Thank you, Darlene. Now you can return to your seats and finish your lunch. Would Rotarians and guests please come forward? Rotarians and guests. My understanding is we have a visiting Rotarian also, so if he would come forward, or any others.
Hello, I have Jessie Brewer here with me today, and she is a...
Start over.
We're going to start over. I have Jessie Brewer with me today, and she is an Orchard View special education teacher, and she is also on the board of the Muskegon County Fair, so she is here to listen to the presentation.
Hi, my guest today is Lori Stevens. She works in the finance department at Health West, and she was interested in the program today.
Good afternoon. I have a special guest here, Dr. Ingrid Olson. She's a Muskegon High School graduate, and went on to University of Michigan, and then got her her PhD at Yale University, where she did her post-doc graduate work at the Yale School of Medicine, and she's currently a professor at Temple University in Philadelphia, and she studies memory, but most importantly, she just bought a house. She's back here, and she just bought a summer home in Beechwood, so maybe she'll retire here, so I wanted to bring her and have her check what's going on. Thank you.
Are we in? Hello, Jason Piasecki. I'm here representing Polish Fest today, and I have 3 of our board members, Annie Moss, Barb Warner, and my mom, Donna Piasecki.
Hi, I'm Greg Borgman, and all my guests are taller than I am. This is my friend Phil Mayberry. Philip works for Eichenhout Building Supplies. He's a district account manager, and he wanted to see what Rotary was like, and I thought, here's how we find out. Welcome, Phil.
Hello, everyone. Kat Hyder here with Catchmark Technologies, and I have the same guest 2 weeks in a row, Karen Kukelklik, and she is the co-founder of Integro and a local attorney here, helping making changes in legislation here for our community. Please welcome Karen.
I think what's that old saying, 3 times a member? Is that what we say? Rich Howdeman, Consumers Energy, but I'm also the chair of Greater Muskegon Economic Development. We have a few guests from that organization today. We have Katie Mason from the H&S Companies, who's our treasurer. And we also have with us our new president and CEO, Trevor Friedeberg.
Hi, I'm Rob Taylor, and my guest, who I just met in the lobby today, is Mike Steindler. Did I say that right, Mike?
Yes, you did.
Okay, Mike's was born and raised in Muskegon, and he's a graduate of North Muskegon High School, and then he went on to Michigan State for his undergraduate, and the University of Detroit, right, for his law degree. He's a retired lawyer and also operated a racetrack as a second career. And so he's here for the summer, and we welcome him here. He plans to come every week, I think.
At this time, I'll call forward Melissa Horton to introduce today's program.
Hello. So, did you know that Muskegon has 47 festivals or events lined up just for 2025 alone? It's obvious, yep, that Muskegon loves its festivals, or maybe Muskegon loves the one thing that's found at all these festivals and events. What is it? Yeah, beer and food. Really, we know it's beer, right? It might be Polish beer, it might be craft beer, it might be fair beer, but you bet your life that there will be beer. All joking aside, today we are going to learn about a few festivals that are happening soon. Please join me in welcoming Jason Piasecki with the Polish Festival, Chase Clardier with Arts and Drafts, and Alicia Cantola with the Muskegon County Fair, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the fairs that they are organizing and heading up.
Sure. We just sit and just sit and talk. Okay. And then at the end, we'll open it up for Q&A.
Okay, sounds good. Hello, my name is Chase Clarder. I've worked for the City of Norton Shores for going on 10 years now. I'm here to talk about the Arts and Drafts Festival And I want to apologize ahead of time. My voice is a little bit hoarse today. I've been chasing around 15-year-olds at Ross Park. We finally got our summer help in, and yeah, they're a lot to handle. So, but yeah, Arts and Drafts is the festival that we put on for the city of Norton Shores, the Parks and Rec Department, through administrative services, as well as a lot of other departments, put this event on. Norton Shores doesn't specifically have a downtown, so to speak, so we think of this as, you know, our big gathering to get everybody in the community together and celebrate everything that Norton Shores has to offer. So I'm gonna run through everything involved in Arts and Drafts, just kind of time frames and what goes on down there. So we start off with our Arts and Dash 5K that starts at 8 in the morning, and my favorite director to work with here, not just saying that because she's here today, Jamie Soa, but she puts on the 5K event. So that's a great one. If you like to run, please sign up for it. After that, our craft show begins. That runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and this year is the 48th edition of the craft show. So just, you know, to think about how long that this craft show has been going on and these crafters continue to come back. I know 5 years ago we were around 75 crafters, and this year we're already up to 125. So to see that influx is fantastic. Another great addition to our festival. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the Arts and Wheels, and that's a car show. Mayor Nealon gives out a trophy for that, so Mayor Nealon, I see you back there. Please don't forget about that this year. And then starting at 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., we have our beer tent and live music. This year, we tried to tie in the live music with our concert series called Sunset Sessions that's going on at the newly renovated Ross Park Outlook deck. It's a 6-band series, so this is the grand finale, so to speak. So from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., we have 10 Years Late. From 3 to 6, we have West Side Soul Surfers. And then to finish off the show, we have Yard Sale Underwear. They're performing from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then from 6 to 7, we have our Grand City Skiers. Their headquarters is at Ross Park, so all their shows are down there Thursday nights. They practice down there, but they put on a great show every year for us. So that's basically what goes on at our event, and yeah, I'm gonna pass the mic along here.
My name's Alicia Cantola. I'm the president of the Fair Association, and I've been a part of Muskegon County. Well, I was born here, but I've been a part of the Muskegon County Fair for over 30 years, so it's kind of been an ongoing thing for me. A little background about the Muskegon County Fair. The grounds are owned by Muskegon County and then managed by our Fair Association. We're located about 8 miles east of Muskegon on Heights-Ravenna Road, so it's not that far away. The grounds are, the southern end of our grounds are bordered by the Muscatawa Trail. We own 160 acres in total. And so it's a pretty large venue. A lot of things have changed and grown. We do have 160 total campsites out there. Some are primitive campsites, some are full campsites. There are shower, restroom facilities available as well. And we have a really busy summer coming up. Our main event this year is the 97th Annual Muskegon County Fair. And it takes place July 19th through the 26th of July. The grandstand events include tractor pulls, rodeo, stock and modified truck and tractor pulls, and a demolition derby. We've moved our vendor craft show to Saturday, July 19th, as opposed to the Saturday during the week of fair, just to kind of offset the amount of people that come in to be able to facilitate all of that. And at this point, we are over 75 vendors registered, and they're still coming in every day. The number changes. We're also having the Muskegon Mounted Unit will be doing their annual steak fry the week of fair. It's on Thursday evening, the 24th. Farm Bureau is putting on a pancake breakfast that will be their third annual, I think. It's a new kind of tradition starting, and that's Saturday, the week of fair on the 26th. A good time there. We have livestock auctions on Thursday, the 24th. Then we have a bake good auction. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on out at the fair. There's livestock and horse shows every day. So the fair is a very, very, very busy time. But we have other events taking place as well. There's horse shows every other weekend this summer out at the fairgrounds. Saturday, September 6th, is the large event, the Sportsmen's for Youth event. And that event brings a ton of vendors and displays and things that the kids can interact with. All kids are free. They can enter free. They get a free hot dog lunch, and they also get a t-shirt. And I think last year it was over 3,500 kids that came out in that one day. And so Sportsmen's for Youth is an amazing organization. They raise a lot of money to be able to bring these kids out, and the Boy Scouts are a huge part of that as well to help facilitate some of the movement and the activities going on. Another event that we have that's been growing a lot is our Fall Festival out at the fairgrounds. That this year is October 3rd through the 5th, and that is just a celebration of fall and all things fall. There's pony rides, there are carnival rides, games for kids to participate in, and there is also another vendor craft show over that weekend. They have moved it inside buildings because of the weather, so they don't have to worry about rain or anything. So there's just a lot going on out at our county fairgrounds, and it truly is one of the few fair events in the state that truly is free. Parking is free. There is no cost to enter the fairgrounds. Their grandstand events have a cost to them, but we have a couple websites if anybody's interested. There's MuskegonFairgrounds.com. That is our original website, and it has all of the calendar of events, information, costs. You can actually buy tickets online if you would like, or purchase at the gate for different events. And then we have an events page. It's MuskegonCountyFair.com, and that focuses on the events centered around our week of fair and questions that they would have for that. So I just want to thank the Rotary for inviting us here, that we could present our events out there and open up the fairgrounds. We get a lot of questions and a lot of rentals. We've had county picnics that they have rented the facility for, a lot of different events that our fairgrounds can accommodate. So if you have any questions.
Hello, Jason Piasecki, past president and current sponsorship committee chair for Muskegon Polish Fest. Raise your hands if you have any Polish heritage. All right. Now keep them up if you've been to Muskegon Polish Fest. All right. Okay. Anyone like pierogi? Raise your hand. All right. Now we're getting there. What about different kind of beer, Polish beer, different kind of food, maybe a Polish vodka? All right. And last, any sponsors in the room? Any past, present sponsors? Well, there's a lot of you that have been to Polish Fest or should be down at Hackley Park Labor Day weekend. And I'm proud to be here representing Polish Fest. This is something that my dad, Len Piasecki, started 10 years ago along with Greg Moss and Tom Sanaki, who's been at this club to talk about Polish Fest. And I'm very proud that my mom is the president of the festival now. So the main reason I'm up here is she asked me to do this. Polish Fest has Rotary roots, and I saw Tim Lipan, and the idea for Polish Fest, my dad and I and Tom and Greg were thinking about doing this festival. I thought, who could I reach out to that has experience running festivals? And Tim Lipan came to mind. And Tim, I'm sure you remember this, my dad and you and I, we met at Unruly over a beer, and you coached us through, you talked us through some of the do's and don'ts in the festival, and we're still doing it 10 years later. And so, what do you need to know about Polish Fest? This is our 10th year, so I'm super impressed with 97 years and 47, 48 years of the art fair, and now Arts and Drafts starting up. So over the last 10 years, why did Polish Fest start? It was really to have a celebration of community and to recognize Polish heritage in the community. Almost 10% of Muskegon County has Polish heritage, and it's a big part of our DNA as a community. So what would you expect at Polish Fest? Well, of course, there's going to be good Polish food. We have 4 different Polish food vendors, so you can get your pierogi, kielbasa, kapusta, all that good Polish food that you like. If you don't like Polish food, Hamburger Mikey's going to be there this year, and Tim's promised. He's going to make a special Polish burger, so I'm excited to see what he comes up with. Also, there's other non-Polish food vendors. There's Polish beer, as I said, so if you want a Tiski, come out Saturday night. I'll serve you up a Polish beer. Last year, we partnered with Wonderland Distilling and launched a vodka bar, which was a lot of fun. And we realized that people, when they go to festivals, they don't want to wait till later in the day to drink. So we were mixing up like handmade vodkas and lemonade when we opened up at noon. So this year, we're going to head that off, and we're going to do Bloody Marys with Wonderland Distilling. So lots of stuff like that. One thing that we're really proud of is our Polish Heritage Tent, and this year we've partnered with University of Michigan, and we're adding interactive displays to the Heritage Tent, to the History Tent. We also have a military tent, which recognizes veterans, people who served in the military. And this year new, this was just given to me on the way over, Friday is going to be free admission for military and first responders. So if you know of someone in your family that has that background, please come out on the Friday of Polish Festival. Some other things that you can expect, there's a children's area, there's a bounce house, there's a swordsmanship demonstration, and just in general, you're going to have a good time because polka music is playing. There's a custom wooden dance floor that the Muskegon Big Red football players come and set up the day of. I don't know how these guys get these 8-foot panels out and get them locked together, but you're going to hear polka music. You're going to see people you know, and just in general, it's a good time and a way to celebrate. So we hope to see you Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, down at Heckley Park. And now I am going to open it up, and I'm sure Andrew is going to be our person for Q&A.
A little embarrassed to ask this question because I should know the answer, but I don't. What is the Fair Association? Where did it start, and sort of how does that work in conjunction with the county?
So we have a lease signed with the Muskegon County to be able to use the fairgrounds, and we manage it. So our Fair Association, I am not sure how many years we have been involved with it. I have been on the fair board for 24 years, I believe. And it consists of 18 directors. We have an executive board, but there are 18 fair board directors. And then there is another broad membership. So anybody can become a Fair Board Association member. There's a $10 dues that you pay. We have monthly meetings that we kind of conduct the running of the fairgrounds, site and grounds committees, different committees that take care of the activities going on. So yes, and then another thing that the county has formed, the county commissioners have formed a Parks and Rec Commission, and that's new. Last year was our first year, so we're in year number 2, and different commissioners were able to appoint people to start out this new Parks and Rec Commission, and I was appointed onto that board as a representative of the fairgrounds. And so I've learned a lot about the politics, if you will, of the function of commissioners and how we work together with them. So that's kind of how, I hope that answers your question, but we work closely with the county. We do the maintenance. There are a few maintenance things that the county still facilitates, as in the water is turned off for the winter out there. So there are some things that they do, but the maintenance of the buildings, the painting, a lot of that stuff is done by our volunteers. We are 100% volunteers. There's no paid offices of any type with the Fair Association. So very appreciative of the people that have committed to make Fair Association happen and to keep the grounds moving forward and improving. So does that answer your question?
On your Muskegon County Fair, what's the association with the youth groups like 4-H or FFA or?
Yep. So we are what is called an open fair, which means that we facilitate all groups. There are guidelines within our fair book that to be able to be considered a club that can participate in fair, you have to have meetings and so many members and stuff like that. Most of our clubs are either independent or 4-H clubs. We have a couple FFA clubs that participate. So during the event of fair, if you come on out, you'll walk through the buildings and you'll see different signs hanging up that will represent their individual clubs, whether they're 4-H or independent or FFA. And so that's how we are. We do have open class events, so it's open to anybody. Even adults can show in like your craft projects or whatever. There are open classes. And if you're interested in that, at the MuskegonFairgrounds.com website, you can actually find the current 2025 Fair Book that gives all of the details, all of the rules, all of the requirements. So, yes.
So just looking at the group of wonderful people that we have in this room, I know we have some very artistic folk that might be interested in hosting a vendor at one of the craft shows at either of the festivals. How would somebody get involved in something like that?
Great question. To get involved in the arts and crafts show, we have two directors, so Pam Ackley is one of them, and then Paula Ray is the other one. We have the sign-up form on the City of Norton Shores website. So to be in our craft show, it has to be all handmade, and they do a really good job of making sure that that's what's in our show, and nobody's like buying stuff and bringing that to the show. So in order to get in, basically you would fill that out. You can fill it out online, you can mail it in, and then it goes through a jury process.
For our arts and vendors, there is an application on either of the websites that you would see on the brochure on the table or the MuskegonFairgrounds.com website. It's a vendor application. You can submit it in writing if you aren't comfortable doing things online, or you can register online and pay online as well. And there aren't a lot of stipulations with what you're making and what you're bringing. It's a little bit of everything out there. We have opened it up this year. We've ended up with traffic backed out on the road of vendors coming to set up the morning of. So we have opened it up that Friday night. Vendors will be able to come in Friday evening on the 18th and set up their booths if they would like to. Any materials or crafts that they would leave there is at their own risk. We will not have security that night, but it's going to be hopefully easier to get yourselves in there and get everything that you're bringing set up. But you can register on either of our websites to come on out.
Any other questions? Well, hearing none, outstanding job today. Appreciate giving us giving us insight into your festivals. We do provide honorariums for those presenters. We can make it in the form of a contribution that we make to an organization called Shelter Box. They appear on the screen. You can see it there. It's a disaster relief, international disaster relief organization that works and provides temporary shelter for the various disasters that happen across the world in connection with the Rotary International disaster relief effort. So thank you for your presentation, and I think you probably generated quite a bit of interest for people to attend your programs this coming summer and fall. Well, thank you. At this time, I ask District Governor Brianna Scott if she would come forward. I'd like to give a couple of personal comments, if you don't mind, Brianna. I want to thank you very much on behalf of our club and our district for the great work that you've done throughout the year. I'm firsthand, as president, I experienced your great leadership. She brought forth, and I saw a lot of this through, she came up with a very innovative idea of pulling the presidents throughout the district together on a bi-monthly basis, and so I think that was really helpful to all of us that were able to attend when we could. But she brought forth a lot of energy, some really innovative ideas, and a great passion. That doesn't surprise you as one of our former presidents. But thank you very much. Just an outstanding job, and appreciated everything that you've done.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is the last time you have to hear from me as your district governor. Aren't you so lucky? I wanted to, and I asked Tim if I could have 3 minutes, so I'm going to be really quick here. I just wanted to, first of all, thank each and every one of you for allowing me, through the nomination of this club, to serve in the district in this capacity. It has really been a prestigious honor of my life to have the opportunity to go forth and make sure that all 55 of our clubs in Michigan going up into Canada are doing what we're supposed to do and spreading that magic of Rotary. So I want to thank you all, because I could not have done this without the recommendation from Susan Crane, the nomination from this club, and then obviously I think they just took a shot on me, and I hope I didn't embarrass them too much in this role. But I also want to just congratulate this club, and I'm going to start off with your leadership with Tim. It is a really difficult thing to lead a club. And really, the clubs are the lifeblood of Rotary International. Without the clubs, without the leadership of the clubs, Rotary would be nothing, because you are the ones that do the work in the community. So you're right on the ground. And I know that this club has been led very well by Tim. Tim has probably attended at least 3 of my club president, maybe 4 of my biweekly calls, and has always been someone that I can lean on whenever I needed some assistance, at least here in Muskegon. He's been an avid supporter of me and encouraging. He worked with me on the District Empowerment Summit Committee as well. And so I just wanted to acknowledge him and thank him so much for his leadership and support and encouragement. We are blessed to have him as our club president. So let's give him a round of applause. And then, because I have traveled all of the clubs in the district, I can come back now and say that I'm done, that we are the best in the district. So, to this club, I mean, we are an amazing club. The impactful work that is being done here in Muskegon makes me extremely proud. And there have been so many times in my journey as I've met with other leaders where they've had questions, or there were, shortfalls that they were experiencing, and they would want some advice. And I would often find myself saying, well, in Muskegon, this is what we did, right? And so it was an exciting thing to me to be able to relate to the experiences and all that we are doing here in Muskegon Rotary, to show clubs how great they can be, and to also see the continued growth of our club. And I think as we had our club president's fireside chat, our last one last night, Tim was the only one on that call that was able to say that we have not lost any membership and have in fact gained membership. And that is really a bragging right, that we can have here in Muskegon. But because he doesn't do it alone, and I recognize the work that goes into making this club so great, I wanted to take this time to acknowledge all of our past presidents in this club. If you could stand. If you are a past president of Muskegon Rotary, let's give them a round of applause. If you are, stay standing, because this is, you guys are going to get why we're so phenomenal. I said stay standing. If you are a committee chair in this club, please stand. These are our worker bees here in the club. Please stand if you are a committee chair. Let's give them a round of applause. If you are a committee member in this club, please stand. Well, Susan, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Let's give them a round of applause, because the committees cannot do their work without the active committee chairs. If you are an officer in this club, please stand. If you sit on the board. This is the leadership behind Tim to help him to do the work that he does. So let's give our board members a round of applause. Stay standing. If you have volunteered to do any work in this club, please stand. Let's give them a round of applause for all of the work that they are doing. Now, you guys are probably like, oh my God, I'm still seated. If you're still seated, there's probably at least one or two people at your table that you can talk to about how to get engaged in this club. And this is my ask to the Muskegon Rotary Club, because the reason we're the leader that everybody looks to in this, and I'm being for real, everyone looks to Muskegon. We are the leader in our district, and the reason we are is because of all the people that are standing. And if you're not standing, that does not mean that you haven't done anything, but we want to keep you engaged, because we are doing impactful work that means something. We are making a difference in this community, and I cannot do what I've done in being able to inspire other people but for the experience that I've gotten from being in this club with all of the great leadership that we have. And so I want to give you all a round of applause. You can be seated. If you didn't stand, don't be embarrassed. Look to the person next to you and say, I want to be involved. Tell me what you do. Tell me more about it. But in ending this, I would like to say, all right, do it after I'm done. In ending this, I would like to say and thank you all each for the support, the encouragement, the love that you all have shown me. It has been very humbling to me. I didn't know what to expect going into this position, and I'm not going to cry, but I have said that I was a little bit nervous about going into other communities that don't have people that look like me. I did not know what to expect, but I can come back and say that my experience has been one of a sense of belonging and welcoming in every club that I visited. And so it has been an experience that I will never forget. I hope that I've made this club proud in my leadership. I'm super excited to work with Dave Alexander, who's coming in, and Roger Morgenstern, who's coming in after that, to continue the great work we're doing here in this club. And I just ask that you all continue to support your leadership, continue to show up, and continue to be the magic of Rotary in everything you do. Thank you.
She's pretty powerful. Thank you, Brianna. At this time, I'd like to call forward Dave Alexander, Roger Morgenstern, Jane Klingman-Scott. I also understand that Christy Nagengast is on the Zoom call. Am I correct? Hello, Christy. I wanted to thank them personally, and again, a reminder that Christy's on the line, Zoom, in the Zoom, and these are the people who worked with me day to day. I don't think there was a day that went by that I didn't have some communications with one of them. Often, many of them were in connection either on phone calls. We did some Zooms, but a lot of meetings, and they were really important to me. This year was the year that we tried out the Executive Council, which had myself and President-elect Dave Alexander and President nominee Roger Morgenstern. We met weekly, and not weekly, monthly, in a couple of weeks in advance of board meetings. And we were able to, I think, stay on top of the projects we had going. They provided great insight into some of the policies or some of the initiatives we put forth for this club, and they were just, they took care of some projects that were some fundraisers and service projects that I wasn't able to devote that time. So I thank them for the work they did in that role as my executive counselors. And then Christy is on the line, and I just want to thank her. She's just a phenomenal person to have as treasurer. Many innovative ideas came forward, for not only our finances and things that we do, but also our accounting and bookkeeping. And she was a great counselor from finances and did a really great job in heading up our finance committee. So I thank you for that, Christy, for the work that you did. And excuse me, Secretary Jane, she quietly works behind the scenes, but does a lot of work as a secretary. There's a lot of things to do. One of the things I think was a challenge for her was I would draft the monthly board agenda and things of that sort, and she willingly went forward and made them look tremendous and helped out an awful lot. She also was a participant in our development of a record retention policy and destruction policy, and most of those records end up, at her feet when she, as we go forward. She and others helped in deciding what the policy would be, and we're very near completion. I see Jenny in the front. We're very nearly completing that projects. And for what you don't know is, for many years we've been keeping our records in Grand Rapids in a safe storage facility, and we are now bringing those back, the ones that we don't destroy under our policy, and I think that's been very helpful. And so one last thing about Jane is she's a former president, and I was able to use her in her council, and she certainly has had more history than I did in the club and knows the people and the culture of our club. So I'd like to thank all of them for the great work that they did in helping me move forward through this job. Thank you. Thank you, Now, Mike, would you move to the birthday slide? Well, I think we have a few of these in the room. Don Bunker, Annette Jack, Joni Smith, and Marge Jones. You can see their birthdays, the 19th, 22nd, and June 24th. At this time, would we give them a round of happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Well, congratulations, and the next to the last request for the Caring Connection for those that have birthdays this week or any other time this year and haven't contributed, please consider a $10 contribution to our Caring Connection. Mike, would you then bring forward the spotlight video for Rotarians in Action? This afternoon we are featuring Carla Buchan, who has successfully served as the Reese Puffer Interact Advisor for quite a number of years.
I'm Carla Buchan. I am the Reese Puffer Interact Advisor here at the high school, and I work with our students to build membership in our Interact group. I also hold meetings and schedule meetings, help to coordinate the service projects, along with many other roles here at Reese Puffer. Initially, when I started as the Interact Advisor here at Reese Puffer, it was a little more difficult to get some of the students motivated. In the last few years, I was able to recruit some students who really are doers. They want to make an impact here at Reese Puffer and in their community, and so they really find a lot of joy in the projects that they've completed, including making Valentines for some of the senior citizens at the local senior living communities, making blankets for veterans to recognize their service and delivering those to some of the senior living communities, and even participating in Toys for Tots during the Toys for Tots campaign, and then finally sponsoring a foster child during the holidays. I think that the most important thing is to know that these kids really do get excited about being a part of Rotary and getting to meet such a varied group of individuals from our community. And they do find a lot of value in making those connections with people outside of the school. And I've really tried as the advisor here at Reese Puffer to get them involved in any of the luncheons that we've been able. And of course, the leadership at Rotary here in Muskegon has been fabulous about including us. But they really do see that value in making those connections, whether it's generational, whether it's professional, whether it's just to have that conversation and learn a little bit more about some of the leaders in our community. They value that time and being a part of Rotary.
At this time, we're going to induct a new member. If Maheen Quinn and Rob Taylor would come forward. Rob, would you please introduce Maheen to our gathering?
Sure, Tim. Well, it's really my heartfelt pleasure to introduce the soon-to-be newest Rotarian in the world, Maheen Quinn. Actually, he's Maheen Jones Quinn, and he is a proud graduate of Muskegon Heights High School, class of 2009.
Go Tigers.
And after high school, he attended Muskegon Community College, where he studied early childhood development and juvenile criminal justice. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Maheen began actively pursuing his passion for DJing and marketing within the entertainment industry, managing stage for concerts, DJ performances for major artists, as well as volunteering at Muskegon Valley State University, working with students to plan events, assist in fundraising efforts for fraternities and sororities. Outside of entertainment, Maheen is a dedicated community leader in Muskegon, Michigan. He currently serves as a contracted program director and radio host. He goes by DJ Q89 for several stations founded by Paul P.A. Billings, which I think a lot of you know, including 103.7 The Beat, M106.1, and 98.5 The Wire. He also contributes to programming and operations at Power 105.3 FM in Benton Harbor. Maheen hosts the popular evening show, Be in the Mix, and you'll have to ask him what that's all about. But it airs Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Maheen is deeply committed to community service. He sits on the board of directors for Family Financial Credit Union, an institution that has served the Muskegon area since 1959. He also served as the chairman of the board for the Lakeshore Legacy Project and is a committee member for Muskegon Heights Health Awareness Week Festival in the park. Through his work in media, finance, and community engagement, Maheen continues to use his talents to ensure and uplift the Muskegon and West Muskegon communities. So I present you Maheen Quinn.
Thank you, Rob. If I could have Maheen move over to the podium. Get a chair out of the way for you. He stopped by after the meeting last week, and we talked about this day was coming, and we appreciate this opportunity to induct you today, Maheen. You have been chosen for membership in Muskegon Rotary Club as a person of good character, high ethical standards, heart for service, and ideals of Rotary. Fellowship and friendship are the first aims and rewards of Muskegon Rotary membership. You will enjoy a network of leaders and professionals who are committed to welcoming and mentoring you. We are admitting you into Muskegon Rotary Club and to the Fellowship of Rotary throughout the world. Membership is an honor and a privilege with its corresponding obligations. Your regular attendance will nurture your understanding and commitment to our principal motto, service above self. Every member is expected to perform his or her service of club service, community service, participation in fundraisers to support our charitable beneficiaries, and the ideal of friendship and networking. As you expect to receive, so must you also give. If you accept these obligations, please say, I do. I do. Thank you. Lastly, I have a challenge for you to share the gift of membership in Rotary. Invite another person with your same qualities of character to join Muskegon Rotary in the next 6 months. Do you accept this challenge by saying, I do? I do. Thank you. Maheen, in the name of the Rotary Club of Muskegon, I hereby formally admit you to membership in this club. I now provide you with your PIN and the four-way test. Along with the directory. Rotary members and guests, please rise and welcome the newest Rotarian in the world, Maheen Quinn. Congratulations. Thank you. Go ahead. We have a few announcements. I think, well, Doreen, I thought she was coming forward. There will be a rewind meeting at Core Plaza starting at 5:15 p.m. tonight. As you may have been aware, small increases in dues effective July 1 were announced during last week's meeting. For your interest and review, the RIM will provide details of the increases and the use of credit cards and ACH transfers for payment of dues. Members will also receive a Club Runner email with these details. Lastly, the induction of incoming Dave Alexander and other incoming officers and directors will happen during our regularly scheduled meeting and luncheon on Thursday, July the 3rd. So Thursday, July the 3rd. I know it's the day before a holiday, but we would appreciate all of you who can put that and make that happen on your calendar. So at this time, I will call upon Bill Erickson to do the raffle. Six zero five. $688, we got it up front here, Bill. What a bonus. Yeah. $602. I thought he was telling me we got $1 million out there. Okay. Thank you, Bill. Our program next week will be my year in review, and so please attend. And we'll now move on to the reciting of the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it be goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you very much for your attendance. Have a great weekend. Get prepared for a very, very warm next week. You're adjourned.